Hey, what's up, guys? Coming out back with another video, and today I want to talk about the Broncos there and what we should do going into next season. Honestly, because our season's done. We finished 8-9 in the season. We lost to the haters today. So I'm not really gonna do a recap there because technically that's pretty pointless doing a recap in my opinion. For a game, it's totally meaningless there. Even both sides were not even trying to play that hard in this game there, but it's kind of pointless doing a recap there. Really pointless doing a recap on this game because both sides were not even trying. Both sides were not even trying in this game, so it was totally pointless there. But where we should go forward going into next season there. Because our off season starts today. We still have to get around the Russell Wilson rumors. That still is going to be playing in effect there. It's the Russell Wilson rumors saying he's going to be gone or he's going to stay. The owners are mostly going the opposite route and wanting keeping Russ another year. I heard about this there. Even the guy at my work there, who honestly is mostly knowledgeable about football there, he actually said something about Russell Wilson might stay in Denver, but it will be technically a bad move to keep him in Denver. I am not 100% sure if it would be a bad move there if we keep him in Denver, because technically all those draft capitals there and stuff like that, the Broncos don't have to give up $85 million there if Russ does stay in Denver. But we might actually have to find out what's actually going to go on with that there. Because the new league year will start in March. So technically we will have to wait until March until we fully get something fully going there. And mostly because of the capital stuff and all that stuff there, and see where he is going for the future there, or what team he's going on. Really doubt the teams are in the playoffs right now are really interested in Russell Wilson. I really doubt that because they're really focusing on the playoffs there. They're not really focusing on Russ. But the teams who are out of the playoffs there might maybe dip their toes into that a little bit, but I really doubt it. The way he's performed, I really doubt teams are going to dip their toes into Russell Wilson. I just don't see that happening at all. But there might be a chance where Russ might stay, and that's where the thing from the internet it's been going on with that. So we'll find out what's going to happen with that. Next, there we need to draft a quarterback. We need to draft a quarterback there. Jarrett Stidham is not the guy. He is not the guy there. He is proven he is not the guy. He is proven he can be a great backup there, but he's not a great starter. He is not a great starter there. We've seen that today in this game. He is not our quarterback there. He is a great backup there. He might be a great backup there for us going into the future there. But he's not going to be a starter. I just don't see what Jarrett Stidham can actually fully do. We tried Stidham twice already. He beat the crappy Chargers there. Not saying too much there. He beat the crappy Chargers there, but he also lost to a team who honestly was technically mediocre, and that was the Raider haters. The haters are technically a mediocre team, and he lost to them. He didn't look good out there. He played bad out there today. And it just proves how Stidham there, and then this was mostly his shot there, saying he was going to be our quarterback of the future there. He is not going to be our quarterback of the future. I think we're going into this season there. We might see Sean Payton bring in a quarterback there from possibly, not really free agency, but I have a feeling it might be in the draft. I think we might pick some quarterback in the draft there because mostly because when we lost today, we got the 11th round pick in the NFL draft. 2024's NFL draft. We got the 11th round pick in NFL's 2024 draft. So, because that is proven something there, we might see if this new rookie or this new quarterback there, who Sean Payton's picks up in the draft there. We need a quarterback in the draft, and there's no way around it. I think we need a quarterback in the draft. Depends if Russ goes somewhere else. If Russ goes somewhere else, we definitely need a quarterback in the draft. But depends what's actually going to happen there. So we need to look at quarterbacks right now. What's actually going on with the draft there? Mostly right now, it's mostly in the 11th spot all the way down to 32, because that's the only reason we're going to actually look for a pretty good quarterback going into next year. So that's where we need to fucking do, is look for a quarterback in the draft. There, we need a quarterback. We're back in that quarterback carousel there, and we're not going to get off it until we might see how good this quarterback is coming out of the draft, how he actually looks like, how he's going to play like there. We need to find something there. We need to find middle ground there, and that's what we need to do. That's what we need to do. The Broncos need to do that. We need to fucking get our act together and actually start getting something there, getting some players there from free agency there. Not really from the quarterback position, but other positions there, like the line position there. That's still kind of a little bit lacking there. Got much better this year. The line got much better this year, but I think we need to get a little bit more of a better line there. A much better line. A much better line. And I think if we get a much better line there going into next year, we have something there. We have a momentum there. We have closure there for these games. And mostly, if we can't get no line, it's going to hurt us. It's going to hurt us in the long run. It's really going to hurt us in the long run there. So we have to find out what is actually going on with these games, what's actually going on with our draft capital or in the draft there. And then also the last part, we need to make our team more motivated going to next year also. We need to motivate these guys there. We need to get them there and stuff like that. Technically, Sean Payton, he was just showing how he can fix all the bullshit we have. And I think next year, I think the Broncos are going to turn something around. I think the Broncos are going to turn something around with Sean Payton under head coaching, because he's a good coach there, and we might possibly see more Saints players and Saints coaches there coming to the Broncos there going into next year. I might see that happening. Mostly, I might see that happening. We might see more Saints. We might see more Saints players come to the Broncos there. Why I'm saying Saints players come to the Broncos? The one that technically Sean Payton took over. The players he actually had. Not the ones retired, but the ones are still in the lead, but he coached them. We might see that going forward there. We might see more Saints players going forward, possibly Saints coaches there. Honestly, for the defensive coordinator job, get rid of Vance Joseph. It proves Vance sucks there, and it proves Vance Joseph sucks there. Yeah, he got us out of a hole there, but the way he played today, the way he showed us today, he is not our defensive coordinator. We need to get a defensive coordinator who Sean Payton knows there and actually run the gaps with him, because defensive coordinators are pretty hard to find. So if going into next year, I think it might happen there. I think we might pick up the Saints defensive coordinator. I think that's going to happen because Sean Payton knows him, and he might fit his his defense there going into next year. And I think the Broncos defense will be fixed next year. 10 times much better. And Van Joseph was running this year. Van Joseph sucked. He gave us our defense the last part of the fucking lead. Giving up 70 points to Miami. And it was not really, well, I guess you can say it was both their faults. It was Sean and Vance, but mostly Vance, because the defense didn't do shit against Miami. And that still burns. That still burns there. And honestly, I thought Sean Payton was going to fire him in the middle of the season, but he kept him on. I think in the end, I think during the offseason, Vance is gone. I just don't see Vance coming back next year. I don't see Vance Joseph coming back next year. And I think we might get a defensive coordinator, what Sean Payton knows. I think that's what's going to happen. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it there. What the Broncos should do in the offseason. And what the Broncos are going to do during the offseason. So, yep. Comment, rate, our sponsors, bros. We like web bros. Please subscribe. Hit that bell notification to see what bulletin with live streams. Current sponsors, bros. Like, out. Out of peace.